I think it's a perfect essential.
One of the great things about this movie is that set was a set. You know, they built it in the San Fernando Valley. They were going to go, I guess, on location. They wanted to go on location to Wales. John Ford wanted to, but it was war in Europe, so people couldn't travel. You know, it was too dangerous to take a film company and travel in those days, and expensive. So they shot it. So they recreated that village.
I thought it was
for a movie set.
Great.
Yeah.
I learned that after I had seen the film, which I was glad I learned it after.
Yeah.
Because it would have taken me out of that to know, such as you're letting people know now. But it is such a cool fact after the fact.
And did you know this was intended like a 4-hour movie, like Gone with the Wind? Because the book, which I wasn't aware of when I saw the movie, is about Hugh through his whole life. And so they just took Hugh's adolescence and covered it in the movie. And it was going to be, the original plan was Roddy McDowall was playing Hugh as a young boy, and then he was going to grow up and be Tyrone Power.
Oh, wow.
And then there was a story about he and his wife, a girlfriend's wife, and all of that, and it goes on. But it's just a portion of the book, How Green Was My Valley.
Did Maureen O'Hara and the preacher ever get together?
Well, they probably do in the book. We'd have to read the book to find out.
God, I was just like, oh, please,
They kind of infer that at the end of the movie, I think. You kind of have a good feeling that's something good's going to happen from that.
And it's heartbreaking when she walks down the road having married, you know, someone that she doesn't love.
Right.
It just, the way that Maureen O'Hara, like, loves this preacher evokes so much sort of feeling in you, especially as a woman watching it. You're like, please, I want them to get together so much.
Yes, I think they do. I have a feeling they do.
I would like to believe that they do.
Well, we have to move on. But stay with us. Here's a preview of what we have coming up on a special late-night edition of The Essentials. Silkwood, 1983. There's so many great performances in this film, starting with Meryl Streep.
Although this film is so serious, it's still always entertaining.
This is early on when Cher became an actress, and she's absolutely wonderful in the movie.
Mike Nichols is one of the greatest directors of all time.
From 1983, Silkwood. That's coming up on a special late-night edition of The Essentials. You can find out more at TCM.com. Thanks for joining us for The Essentials.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, Robert Ryan ruins his homestead on God's Little Acre. Then Meryl Streep tries to nuke nuclear plant negligence in Silkwood. And TCM Underground takes a look at avant-garde cinema with Free Radicals, a history of experimental film. If you're a